Joy, did the Dolphins, after beating the Cowboys, they had yet to beat a team with a winning record, but they finally did at home, beating the Dallas Cowboys. Did they prove their Super Bowl legitimacy?
Of course they did. Answer questions. That's what every team's been doing all season long. Can you beat good teams? Can you win on the road? Can you stay at top of your division? Can you stay at top of your conference? Can you play at a high level? Can you play through injuries? Every team this year has questions about them. Every single team. We just saw the big bad Niners lose badly to another team in the AFC that was at the top of the AFC. It's okay. It's not a personal slight, okay?
You sound real excited.
You take it personally. No, I'm just saying that. I'm saying that not to take a slight at the Niners. I'm saying to say every team has questions about them this year. So you should be able to answer those questions throughout the season. And we've had the ability through the scheduling to have a lot of these teams step up to the plate and put things on tape to answer those questions. So, yes, I think the Dolphins have everything that they need to be a Super Bowl contender, and that win over Dallas definitely helps legitimize that.
They answered my question, so I agree with you on that one. I had yet to see the Dolphins beat a winning team, a team with a winning record. Shady, I had said on the show, Joy had said on the show, I said, we haven't seen since the turn of the century a team lose to all of the opponents with winning records and go on to win a Super Bowl. We just hadn't seen it. I did not believe that the Dolphins could win 4 games against 4 winning teams and route to a Super Bowl if you lose 4 games against 4 winning teams in the regular season. I didn't believe it. They answered that question. So now I do believe that they are Super Bowl legit. It also helps that the Chiefs have taken a downward slide, and the Bills, who really knows what kind of time they on, they struggled against Easton Stick and the Chargers. So I think the Dolphins are officially, to my mind, Super Bowl legit, though I know you've believed in them a lot. How did that Cowboys win change your opinion of the Niners? What did it do for you?
Well, I always thought that the Dolphins was a playoff Super Bowl contender, right? When you have a good coach, which they do, they have super talent around them, which they have. They're the fastest team in football. And since Jalen Ramsey been back, they've been the best team in football, best defensive team, right? Offensively, the number 1 offense with the number 1 defense. So they can play with anybody. It's a matter of putting it on tape, showing it, and being consistent every week. Now you look at them like, yo, they got a shot. they super fast, right? And they play well. Only thing is, can they do this over and over and over again and be consistent? That's the only question. But to play against anybody, they can do that. Yeah. And another thing, we've seen everybody can be beat. The big bad Niners, who I thought was unbeatable, they got beat. Not only did they get beat, they got whooped on. Whooped on.
Okay, we get it. I get it. We understand.
So knowing that, anybody can be beat. From my Eagles, we can be beat.
Do that. Do the whoop thing. Do the whoop
The Cowboys, we see they can get whooped on.
Yep.
So everybody can be beat.
Yep.
Simple as that.
No doubt.
You said the key word over there, consistency, right? And right now, the way it's looking, they the number 2 seed, right? So you're going to have to beat 1, 2, 3, 4 winning teams in a row to win the Super Bowl, right? So for me, this game really matters against the Baltimore Ravens.
The one coming up.
The one coming up. Can you put 2 of them together? We know they got Super Bowl talent. We'd be stupid to think that, right? They can make a play on anybody and win football games, but they have shown us against good football teams this season they cannot do it consistently. They only beat 1 team. So this game, I know the Cowboys game for them was huge because that's a winning team. That's 1 check. If you can do it consistently and beat the Baltimore Ravens, that lets me know y'all Super Bowl ready.
Too, huh? On the road?
I think it's at home.
It's on the road.
Is it on the road in
It's in
Baltimore?
Baltimore, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one this week.
It'll be cold.
James, I'm going back to you for this question, big dog. Is it better or worse for the Dolphins that they got to play 3 playoff games before playing 4 playoff games? Now, it might be 3 more in the playoffs if they beat the Ravens and get the 1 seed. But is it better for the Dolphins that they got to play the Cowboys, Ravens, Bills, just to get to the playoffs, then have to play the Browns and then the Raiders? Is that better for them, or would you rather be able to exhale going into the playoffs?
I think that's better because these are the teams we're going to see. You know, you're going to see the Baltimore Ravens in the playoffs if you're trying to go to where you're trying to go. You're going to see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills in the regular season and in the playoffs if you're trying to get to where you got to go. So to get a couple shots at them or even get a shot at them during the season and truly know what to expect when the playoffs come, I think that's going to benefit them big time.
And you don't want to be answering questions going into the postseason. Even if they play well against the Ravens, I mean, look, the Ravens are top of the AFC for a reason. So it's a road game. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a tough game for the Dolphins. even if you play well and you beat the Bills, like you're going into the postseason without a lot of questions about you. I mean, McDaniel's talking about it at the press conference, telling the media what to do about these questions. Can you beat a winning team? So when you're answering those things, when you're putting that actually on tape, not having campaigns for this and our guys this and that, just actually going and doing it, that not only gives you confidence, but it quiets things in the building. There's a lot of noise with a lot of teams this year because, like Shady said, everybody is beatable. So when you're going into the postseason playing against good teams, and if you're playing well and you're beating them, that's better to me than smacking around teams that are out of the playoffs or aren't playing at a high level. Because then you're still going to be saying, okay, well, this game don't really matter. You didn't really beat any teams that you're going to be playing in the postseason.
But is getting that question answered, because I'm not sure it is getting that question answered worth the chunk of flesh you have to lose to get it answered?
Yeah.
Because remember, here's why I don't know. And let me pose my
You talking about like if somebody get injured?
Well, I'm thinking about Trent Williams. Now he's hurt. He got a groin.
Yeah, but
backup dude. I would surmise Trent ain't been hurt. You go up against the Baltimore Ravens, Brock Purdy, he got another stinger. Because Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith are out there. Trent Williams, he has a groin because hit ball, pick. Now Trent trying to tackle Patrick Queen. In order to answer questions against a team like the Ravens, you're going to lose a chunk of flesh. Against the Bills, you're going to lose a chunk of flesh. When you play those really good teams that are a lot more physical, it will cost you to answer that.
But you don't make the schedule.
But not only that, do you know the confidence you're finna get from that? If the Niners and the Baltimore Ravens meet in the Super Bowl, number one, it ain't gonna be no 5.5 again, right? Number two, the Niners gonna know, pack your lunch pail up, because it's finna be one of them type games. If the Dolphins go into Baltimore and take the number one seed and win that football game, do you know the confidence they gonna get? We all know you could take the football field against the New York Giants and get hurt. We know that, so that's part of it. But the confidence you are going to get from beating Baltimore and then beating the Buffalo Bills, teams that's in the playoffs, that's big time. And this even makes win number two even more, because this is on the road in Baltimore, where you might have to go back if you lose this game. You want to go out there and play well.
Shady, answer it for me, because when you won your second Super Bowl, you had to win the final 4 games of the regular season and then go win the next 4 games in the postseason. Did that last 4-game stretch, would you have rather played the dog after dog after dog, or did you feel good enough after week 12, like, hey, I'd rather us get healthy. We already know we good to go. Take me through the mentality of your Super Bowl.
I mean, well, it depends on the team. Like, if you need to get healthy at the right time, that matters more than anything, right? But I do like to play against good teams going into the playoffs, because now we've been in playoff mode since week 12, since week 13. So now with other teams, we have to get into that mode. We are there. Right now, we don't want no break. Nah, bring us on the big dogs. We already played some of them dudes, so we know what it is. So when we got to play the Saints, who've been beating us all year, we was cool with that. We battle tested. We beat them on the road. We got Green Bay next to them on seat. Cool. We didn't play 3-4 teams that was really, really good. Bring them on, too. We beat on them, too. Then we get to the Super Bowl. We got Patty Mahomes. Oh, my God, it's a hard one to beat. They beat us by 25 points in the regular season and embarrassed us. We ready for them, too, because we done had so many good games. So I think, like, one thing is confidence is a big thing, and confidence is everything. And momentum. I keep talking about that. Confidence and momentum is great for everybody, because even your star players, they're going to be cool. It's the guys you're not thinking of, right? That you might not get a lot of opportunities, but we need you to make that catch on 3rd and 6 when we need 4 yards. You get what I'm saying? Right? You just need one play from you. That guy that beats a sack, he gets a sack. He might have had 4 or 5 sacks the whole season. You get that one, that's cool. Now you got JJP,
Pierre-Paul,
and you got Shaq
Leonard.
and Shaq.
No, Shaq Barrett.
Shaq Barrett. Yeah, all those Shaqs. But anyway, so now it makes the team better. So I love that. I hate the breaks unless you really need some health. But other than that, play the good teams and get in that playoff.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.